Let me be real with you. If you want a woman to value you so much that the idea of losing you keeps her up at night, then the last thing you should be doing is begging for her time or trying to mold yourself into her perfect guy. That's not how attraction works, not anymore. Dating today is a whole different game. Women have options, lots of them. So if you don't stand out, if you don't move like a man who knows he can walk away at any moment, you're just another name in her phone, easily ignored, quickly forgotten. But here's the twist. This isn't about playing silly games or trying to manipulate her emotions. This is about becoming the kind of man who naturally commands respect, desire, and fear, because you're rare, grounded, and untouchable. That's what really makes a woman think twice before losing you. This fear, this worry that she might not always have access to you, it's not a tactic, it's a byproduct of a man who values himself first. When you're the source of your own fulfillment, when you control your time, your energy, your emotions, she can feel that power. And trust me, that's what gets her hooked. So in this video, I'm breaking down the mindset and actions that make her hold on tighter. Not because she's desperate, but because she realizes you're the man she doesn't want to risk losing. No fluff, no fake advice, just straight-up strategy that works in today's dating scene. Let's dive in. 1. Take full control of your life. If you want to be the kind of man she's afraid to lose, step 1 is this. Take full ownership of your life. That means you're not building your world around her. You've got your own mission, your own goals, your own circle, and you don't need her validation to feel fulfilled. Women respect and desire men who are whole, not half-complete, and looking to be saved by a relationship. You're waking up every day chasing your goals, improving your mind, body, and social circle. You're not waiting for her approval. You're focused, driven, and full of purpose, and that alone makes her nervous. Because instinctively, women fear losing a man who doesn't need them. Most guys mess this up. They drop everything for a girl. They reply to every message instantly. They put her at the center of their emotions. And that energy? It screams insecurity. It makes you easy to walk over, or worse, easy to forget. But when you start setting boundaries, prioritizing your time, and respecting yourself first, everything changes. You become rare, and she feels it. That sense of uncertainty, of not fully owning you, that's what keeps her invested. She knows you could walk away, and that fear, that's powerful. So starting today, lock in your vision. Build a life so compelling that she's drawn into your orbit, not the other way around. 2. Be unavailable, no explanations. Given want to instantly increase your value, master this simple move. Be unavailable without explaining yourself. You're not ghosting her. You're not playing games. You're just not available 24/7, and you don't need to justify why. Too many guys destroy their value by always being on call. They pick up the phone right away, reply to every text like it's a job interview, and apologize for having a life. That tells her one thing: you're too available, too eager, and not in demand. The man who doesn't explain his absence, who doesn't over-communicate, shows confidence. He's got things to do. He has options. And guess what? That uncertainty creates curiosity, and curiosity drives attraction. She starts wondering, what's he up to? Who's he with? Why hasn't he texted back? That emotional tension gets under her skin in the best way. So stop giving updates like you're reporting to a boss. Stop trying to justify why you're not glued to your phone. Respect your own time. Be the man who can disappear into his purpose and reappear stronger. The mystery makes her nervous. The silence makes her chase. 3. Exude confidence without the ego. If you want her truly afraid of losing you, confidence is non-negotiable. But let's get one thing clear. Confidence isn't arrogance. Real confidence is calm, quiet, and unshakable. It's walking into a room like you belong without needing to announce it. It's saying what you believe without trying to dominate. It's knowing your worth, whether she sees it or not. Arrogance, on the other hand, is loud, insecure, and desperate for attention. Women can smell the difference instantly. Arrogance repels, but confidence, it captivates. Confidence means you don't panic if she pulls away. You don't get emotional over small things. You don't seek reassurance. You stay grounded, cool, collected. You're not trying to impress. You're just being who you are, and that calm presence is what makes her feel like she's dealing with a man who's rare. Speak clearly, take risks, lead without hesitation, and above all, respect yourself enough to walk away from anything that doesn't serve you. That's the kind of energy she can't ignore and definitely doesn't want to lose. 4. Keep emotional distance. Here's a major key. Don't hand over your emotions on a silver platter. Keep just enough emotional space to stay unpredictable. This doesn't mean being cold or closed off. It means pacing your vulnerability. Let her earn access to your emotional world. Too many men rush in emotionally. They overshare, they confess too much too soon, and they start making her the center of their emotional life. That gives her all the power, and once she feels she's in total control, attraction fades. Emotional distance keeps her chasing. It creates mystery. It makes her wonder, where do I really stand with him? She doesn't stop thinking about you because you're always a little unreadable, a challenge she's eager to crack. You stay calm when she tests you. You don't overreact. You're emotionally stable, and that makes her feel she's dealing with someone she can't manipulate. Balance is the key. Be warm, but don't be weak. Stay open, but don't be overly available. That contrast is what makes you unforgettable. 5. Maintain physical mystery. Don't be an open book physically. Keep some parts of yourself exclusive. A little restraint goes a long way. This doesn't mean avoiding physical connection, but it means not giving it all away up front. Hold back just enough to keep her wanting more. Be intentional with your touch. Be selective with what you share on social media. Don't make yourself too accessible. When she feels like she hasn't figured you out yet, when there's still something left to discover, she stays intrigued. That mystery builds desire. Also, how you present yourself physically matters. Stay sharp. Take care of your body. Carry yourself like a man who knows he's valuable. When you do that, every moment of contact becomes something she cherishes and doesn't want to lose. Less is more. Give just enough. Let her earn the rest. 6. Live a life she can't control. The final move. Build a life that doesn't revolve around her, one she can't manage or manipulate. When a man has his own mission, his own rhythm, his own code, he becomes unpredictable, uncontrollable. And that's exactly what makes him magnetic. Most guys bend too easily. They drop their purpose the second a woman shows up. They let her pull the strings, decide the pace, and control the energy. But that kind of behavior kills attraction fast. Be the man she can't tame. Be the man she has to adjust to, not the one constantly adjusting for her. You'll earn more respect, create more desire, and build the kind of connection that lasts. She'll fear losing you not because you made her insecure, but because you've shown her that you're the kind of man who doesn't need her, but chooses her. 7. Show her you can walk away and mean it. There's a quiet kind of power in a man who can walk away and mean it. Most guys say they're not afraid to leave, but their actions tell a different story. They tolerate disrespect. They chase validation. They beg for attention. And when she senses that, she knows she has full control over the dynamic. But when you're truly willing to walk away, not as a threat, but as a principle, you shift the entire relationship. You no longer operate from fear or neediness. You become the chooser, not the one waiting to be chosen. This is about self-respect. If she flakes, disrespects your time, or crosses your boundaries, you don't argue, beg, or try to convince her to see your worth. You leave. You protect your peace. You don't need to slam doors or throw tantrums. You simply detach and move on. This creates an emotional impact she won't forget. She realizes you weren't bluffing. You weren't pretending to be strong. You are strong. And suddenly, the fantasy that you'll always be there disappears. That's when she starts to reevaluate everything. Walking away isn't about ego. It's about knowing that your value doesn't decrease just because someone fails to recognize it. When you live with that truth, women sense it. And trust me, the fear of losing a man who actually has the strength to leave is one of the most powerful motivators you can create. Let her know, not through words, but through action, that if she fumbles, she loses you for good. No warnings, no games, just standards. 8. Make her feel like she's not the center of your universe. You want to know what kills attraction faster than anything else? Making her feel like she's your whole world. It sounds romantic, right? Giving her all your time, all your energy, making her your number one focus. But here's the harsh truth. Women don't want to be worshipped. They want to be wanted by a man who has a full, meaningful life, with or without them. When you orbit your life around her, she feels it. Every compliment feels desperate. Every gesture feels like an attempt to win her over. And soon, she starts pulling away because it's just too much pressure. You're no longer a challenge. You're a puppy looking for approval. But when she sees that your life is rich with purpose, your career, your fitness, your passions, your brotherhood, your solitude, she realizes that your attention is a privilege, not a given. You're not texting her 24/7. You're not dropping everything for a date. You're moving through life like a man on a mission, and she's invited along for the ride, but not driving the car. That shift creates something powerful, value. You become the man she wants to impress. She starts thinking about how she can fit into your life, not how you can squeeze into hers. Remember, the sun doesn't revolve around one planet. Be the sun. Let her earn your light. Because when she knows you have a full life, with or without her, she'll do everything she can to stay in it. 9. Leave room for her to invest. Here's the problem with most men. They do all the work. They plan every date, initiate every conversation, send the first text, make the first move. And while that might get things started, it doesn't keep her invested. Attraction isn't built on one-sided effort. In fact, the more energy a woman puts into you, the more emotionally connected she becomes. It's human psychology. When we invest in something, we value it more, and that includes relationships. So stop trying to prove your worth. Instead, give her space to show you hers. Let her initiate sometimes. Let her plan something. Let her miss you. When she starts wondering what you're up to, when she texts first, when she puts in effort, that's when you know the connection is real. Because now she's emotionally tied to the outcome. You don't have to be cold or distant to make this work. Just don't overextend yourself. Match her energy. Don't reward minimal effort with maximum attention. She has to meet you halfway, or better yet, chase you a little. This isn't manipulation, it's balance, and balance is attractive. When she's contributing emotionally, mentally, and physically to the connection, she'll fear losing you far more than if you've done all the work, because she's built something with you, and no one wants to lose what they've worked for. So next time you feel tempted to do it all, take a step back, let her invest, let her prove she wants to be there. That's what makes her afraid to lose you. 10. Stay calm. When she tests you, women will test you. It's not always intentional, but it's inevitable. She'll question your tone. She'll pull away just to see if you chase. She'll throw a little emotional drama your way just to see how you handle it. And here's where most men fail. They react. They get defensive. They over-explain. They try to fix everything right away. In doing so, they show her that she can shake their frame. But if you want to be the man she fears losing, you've got to remain calm, completely grounded, unbothered. When she tests you and you respond with composure, when you don't flinch, panic, or chase, it sends a powerful message. I'm not shaken by your emotions. I'm not here to win your approval. I know who I am. That kind of emotional stability is rare. It shows leadership. It builds trust. And most importantly, it makes her feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally, because she knows she can't control you, but she can count on your strength. And here's the kicker. When you stop reacting to her tests, most of them disappear. She starts respecting you more. She starts softening. She stops trying to push your buttons because she knows you don't have any. So next time she pulls away, acts cold, or throws some passive-aggressive comment your way, don't react. Just breathe. Stay still. Speak slowly. Keep your eyes on her without flinching. Be the mountain, not the storm. That's how you win her respect. That's how you hold the frame. And that's how you become the man she refuses to lose. So, here's the truth, brother. You don't need to play games to keep her interested. You don't need to beg, chase, or prove your worth to a woman who's unsure about you. You just need to become the kind of man who knows his value, a man who leads with strength, emotional control, and self-respect. The more you show her that you can live without her, but choose not to, the more she'll respect and desire you. Because women don't fall in love with neediness. They fall in love with presence, with power, with purpose. You are not here to be a background character in someone else's story. You're here to build your own legacy. And if she wants to be part of that story, she'll have to earn her place in it. So stay grounded, stay focused. Don't chase, attract. And remember, the moment you stop fearing her absence is the moment she starts fearing your silence. This is Behavior Insight, where we don't just date, we lead. Until next time, stand tall, speak less, move with purpose, and never apologize for being a man who knows his worth.